Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Red. 15 lining, 15 lining. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Pilot 64, weak. Go. I got no smoke. 44 is the mic, 44 is mic. Check, check. Yeah, go.
Off the play fake. Love. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Check 59. Mike is who, fellas? Let's go. Ready to go.
From the gun, Love. It's complete. It's Miller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Ready up. 45 to Mike. So we got man. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Protein spill. Ready.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. And up.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Here we go. Set. And Lobo. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Give me call, 132 fight. Let's go. Ready.
Jones. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Check, 59. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
45. Now.
Throwing, Jones. Completes it to Lee. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Jones. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. Here we go.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Look at me. Go. Check it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Jones. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On second down, it's Allen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Now 3rd and 9.
Chad Hunt, 60, orange. No. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Ready, ready. Cut, cut.
To throw on third down, Love. That is caught. It's Perriman. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 70 in your face.
On first down, Love. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And what a return as he brings us with all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
H3, 218, chopper, chopper. Mike's Popo. Watch the screen. Let's go.
On first and 10, Love eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On second down now, it's Allen. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. To throw on 2nd down. Love going deep this time for Miller. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
66. Bullet high. I see it. Oh, undercut. Shit. What happened?
Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Ready, go.
Throwing again. Love. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
We want it. Come to my world.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Back to throw. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Focus, defense, focus.
Off play action. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Love going up top for Miller. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Flushed out right, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got.
This is Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Check 26, check 20. Race don't travel.
2nd and 14. And he's going to go down again.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Love. Completes it to Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Got it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one caught by Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun, looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play for the Jaguars, and even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game, and if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Jags grab it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Jones now Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Flush to his right. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Back to the air on second down. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Love. Eluding the pressure right. This is Miller, complete. Nice footwork at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Looking to throw. Love. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scott Miller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kicker.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of
pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big third down play there for the Jags. 45 yards.
And the Jaguar first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Jones going to throw again. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go. 10-2, son.
Stay with your man. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Chopper! Chopper! Don't be scared of it.
From the gun, Love. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. They had to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, set. 90, roll.
Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down.
5.
Back to throw. Big hold to the 30. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Scene 6. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go, G. Mike's 59. Stand up.
On third down, Love. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Here we go, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
That's track.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back.